Photoshop has now just an amazing AI tool, and that is called Generative Fill. You must be aware of this tool. Using this tool, you can enhance any of your images and you can change the background, you can change the clothes, etc. But in this video, I will show you how you can use this to enhance the landscape images and make them more stunning. And if you want to try this Generative Fill feature of the Photoshop, the link is in the description or in the comment section as well. So without further ado, let's get started. So we'll be taking this image, and as you can see, if you don't have the Generative Fill option or this window right over here, just go to the Windows and make sure you click on the contextual taskbar. Alright, if you click on this contextual taskbar, that would appear right over here. So here we have to first make the selection of a particular area. For this purpose, you can use any of these tools. So let me take the lasso tool, and in this particular case you can see that the sky is very dull and boring, and I want to make it dramatic. So what I will do, I'll make the selection of this using the lasso tool. All right, so I have created the selection, and now I'll click on the Generative Fill and I would type sky. So let's see what happens. So it's going to take some time depending on the speed of your internet, and sometimes depending on the input which we have provided. Alright, so you can see it has given us this option, and it gives us basically three options. So if you just click over here, you can see this is the option 1, and if you click on this little arrow, that's going to give us the different options. So if we click over here, that's the second option. Wow, this one looks much amazing, and this is the third one. So if you are happy with this kind of result, you can keep that, otherwise you can generate more. All right, so I think this one is what I was looking for, or you can even give a feedback by clicking on this like button. Okay, and or we can even click on the generate. So let's see, it's going to generate a little bit more results for us, and now you can see it has generated more results. So this is the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. I think this one which it had generated earlier was the best one, so I'm gonna keep this one. And now let's say let's place or create a hut right over here. So if I make a selection right over here, and I will click on the Generative Fill, and I'll click on the add hut. Let's see what happens. Alright, so you can see that it has added this little hut over here. So this is the second one. Alright, this one is looking much better, and this is the third one. So these are also looking good, so but I would prefer this one. Alright, so this one is good, and then let me just first save this, and I'm gonna add some light over here. So I'll make a selection and click on the Generative Fill and write glow, and you can see it has generated. That's good. This is the second one, and this is the third one. I think I prefer the first one. This one looks much natural, or more natural, so I'll go for this one. All right, so now let's save it, and let's select the sky and add birds, generate, and it has generated these birds. Let's see the second one and the third one, but I prefer the multiple birds. So let's change the prompt, add birds and multiple birds flying home. Click on the generate, and this is something good. This is what I like. Let's see another result. Second one, and this is third one, but I prefer the first one. So this one is looking good, so I'm gonna keep this, but I don't want these to be very sharp in the sky. I want them to be little blurry and basically they merge with the sky. So let's lower down its opacity from there a little bit, and then what we can do, we can blur it out. So we'll use the motion blur. So go to the filter, blur, and choose motion blur, and let's add a little bit motion blur, maybe distance to something like this, 3 pixels or 4 pixels, and let's change the angle and press OK. Yes, now this is looking much better. You can see this is without bird and this is with the bird. Now let's maybe we can add something right over here, or okay, let me add a ship over here, or maybe a dragon over here. So let me just write the prompt, add dragon, fire coming out of its mouth. Let's generate it. Let's see what we get. Okay, this is what we got, which is not good. Let's see second one, third one. Not. This is not what I like or what I want. So let's change the prompt and see if it works. Add dragon, something flying. Okay, let's generate and let's see. Oh, not good. Let's see second one, third one. No, the lighting is also not matched, and this is not what I was expecting. So let's, I think, dislike it to give that feedback to the Adobe that the result which it has generated is not good. Alright, so let's undo it, all of this, or you can just delete this layer from there. And now let's add a ship maybe over here. Okay, right over here we will be adding some ship. So let's make a selection of this area and write the prompt, add ship, and generate. Okay, it has generated but not looking good. Let's see second one and third one, not looking good. So I think let's maybe we need to change the prompt, add pirate ship, and click on the generate. Okay, it has generated this one, the second one, and this is, maybe this is looking good. Let's see third one, third one is not looking good. So I think the second one, yeah, this one is much better. This is not looking good. This one is really good. Let's try to generate a little bit more. Maybe this one. No, I don't like this one. Not like this one. Maybe this one. Not. I think the second one which it initially generated, this one is looking good. So let's lower down its opacity. Let's try to merge this or make it, let's enhance it or merge it properly. So maybe we need to right click and click on the convert to smart object, and let's make it smaller by pressing Ctrl T, Command T, and let me make it smaller, something like this, and let's try to move it over here, maybe over here, but no, this is not looking good or perfect. Maybe let's get back to the original one and let's remove something from the bottom right over here, or let's match this with the rest of the area. So let's select this one and zoom in and select the mask, and with the brush tool add black color. Selecting the mask, we will just remove this area or the bottom. Let's see if it is going to look good. But I think this looks little unrealistic or not looking that good, because on this part there has to be some shadow on the water side, you can see. So I think we need to go back to the original one. If we try to clean this area, let's see. Let's zoom out to see, zoom in and zoom out to see properly, or to have a bird eyes view. Let's turn it off and turn it on again. Let's zoom in, and here let's try to paint some shadow, okay, on the water. So we'll create a new blank layer and we'll choose the brush tool and take the sample from here by pressing Alt and clicking on this area, and let's paint it with the lower opacity. But I think we need to increase the opacity and change the color, because this color is not matching with the background. So let's make it little darker. So you can take the sample from anywhere by pressing Alt or Option and clicking on that point while using the brush tool. Okay, let's try to match it with the background. Something here as well. Something needs to be painted over here. This is without shadow and this is with the shadow. Let's lower down the opacity. Okay, this is how it looks. Let's paint some more shadow right over here. I think it's not looking that good, or maybe I think let's group all of these together and see how far we have come. So this was the starting image, and then we have added the sky, and then we added this hut right over here, and then we added the light in the hut, and then we added birds in the sky, and then we added this ship and added some shadows and merged this with the background. I think this one is looking good. So let's see without it and after it. So let me zoom in to see this is the final result which we have achieved with the help of generative AI. If you have any question, you can always leave that in the Q&A section or in the comment section, or you can directly reach out to me via email.